Hello. So, just took a little break. Played it for quite a long time yesterday. I stopped the stream, but I went over to the new system. Levski, is it? I think. We got the name of it up here. Maybe. No. Well, I went over there. They had some cool-looking guns. Let's see. This thing. Some cool looking helmets as well. These aren't cheap, they're like 10 grand, but I was like, whatever, give it to me. And I don't know if these guns are any good, but aesthetically I'm like, give it to me. And with the silencer, it's pretty damn quiet. Unlike some of the other guns you've put silencers on, so. I did have another crash. Well, not a crash. I was doing some. I was doing some hauling, and the space station swallowed my ship. So, oh well. So yeah. Oh.
Origin jump works. Enter service. Core system operational.
Also, like, it does seem like some of the salvaging stuff in Pyro seems to be like completely fucking broken, unfortunately. I'm gonna retest that today actually, because I don't know if it's, you know, it is free week, so some of the issues that might not normally occur. I'm pretty sure I tried one of these salvaging missions before free week and it didn't work. Because I think the moth came out just before it, and it like totally didn't work. What weapons have I got with me? I'm not really liking the look of this sniper. It looks a bit weird. Don't know. We'll test it out. See what it's like.
Welcome to the A-Class vehicle retrieval system.
Oh,
Your please visit the gate.
I will. Right now, in fact.
Welcome to the A-Class vehicle retrieval system.
That's fine. We refitted this with EM missiles. They sort of look better sometimes, but still kind of a bit sketchy. Put that in.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Let's retrieve
Vehicle,
that
your
one.
vehicle has been delivered. Your vehicle has been delivered.
Some of them have got missing. I don't know if it's. I mean, the Atlas is here. That's been fine the whole time. I do think I've been parking them like over the line here, and they've been falling down. That's probably what's happened to them. No, is that a good? Is that a good scope? What size is that scope? This times 8. That's a truck over there, isn't it? At least we found one of them. also was fiddling around with my armor, so we've done like heavy, and then medium on the. I think they're light actually. I basically use those because they're just black and red, so it's like an aesthetic thing, really. More often than not, you're gonna get shot in the head and body anyway, and it means we can kind of run around the place a bit more, which, like, honestly, in full heavy armor, like, we would have been had to stop at least once already. And for what we're doing at the moment, being able to just not have to do that is better, I would say. Let's see. One over there. What the hell happened to this? I guess this one's been well, hang on, I guess we can repair it, can't we? Because it's still kind of treated like a spaceship. So when it's not on the landing pad, even though it's not a spaceship, it seems to think it just doesn't exist anymore. We don't have any over here. So, I'm parking these like here? Leave them on. Oh? Yeah. Let's go with that.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered to Port Reinstated again.
Look at that gun there. Playing this game solo, there's some things that you just can't really do. So I quite like contested zones and getting PIAM keys, but doing that solo might be not smart. Oh, there's another. Ah, that's coming down on the ramp. Aw. think I probably landed on one of them. Tend to drive them into the middle. Save me a walk.
System off. Tumble land systems. System check. System off.
Is that good there, you reckon? Probably. So we'll find out, right? When I bought this, I think it was like when I still used to live in Area 18 or something. Just stick it. Maybe we can find someone that sells a lamp and brighten that corner of the hangar or something. Oh, I did have a look at playing Skyrim because it was on sale today. Well, all week actually. But for some reason, I'd forgotten that you can't like have a shield and a sword in that game and cast spells, which is kind of weird. So you're like constantly like unequipping a sword or shield to like to cast a spell, and I immediately grew bored of it. I think we'd almost escaped the dragon when I worked that out, and I was like, okay, goodbye. Oh! No, where are you going? Oh, another plushie. Gone to heaven. Yeah, son of a... well, whatever. Alright.
Welcome to the A-Sub Visitor Gate. Goodbye. Welcome to the A-Sub Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit the gate. Goodbye.
Don't know we have this mission twice as well. It's a bit weird. Different name. Well, this doesn't seem to actually kind of go against. So let's accept it. If we can. I suspect playing this today might be like horribly buggy because it's going to be like probably one of the busiest days of people playing it for free, you know. Uh-huh. That just disappeared into the void, or what happened there? Shepherd's Rest. Like in theory we could accept both of these and just do a quick... Oh no, the other one's gone. Alright, cool. So...
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been ordered to re-exhibit to the gate.
Definitely needs to eat and drink, that's for sure. Not sure why this plate counts as food for some reason. The one-star contracts I have done in Pyro, the 20k ones seem to be like the least buggy. At least, you know, they seem to work the most often. See the way I threw that, but it's still in my hand somehow. Okay. Alright, let's go and see if we can do this. Yeah, I'd managed to get back up to like 700k, no, 600k. And I picked up a bunch of materials to haul. And then the station swallowed my ship. It's kind of like, oh man, really? Twice?
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Say we have the best chance of dying on a Saturday evening. Yeah. Let's see. But, you know, because of the way they've changed the armor and stuff, essentially the only thing I lose is what's in my backpack, so I don't really care. So.
Quantum drive is now off.
Oh, he's a little bit off from Shepherd's Rest, we might be alright. Guess we'll see. Always manage to get these missions and set Shepherd's Rest at night.
Shields online. Shields hit. Check fire.
The fuck? Well, that prediction came true quickly. Could take a stealth fighter out there. Have low sig and they're harder to lock at range. Be good at one of those quick word missions wasn't at Shepherd's Rest, but then there wouldn't be loads of people waiting to gank people over there. They'd just be somewhere else. See, since the armor changes, it's kind of like, well, who cares? You know, it's like, oh, you know. I mean, I guess if you just got one ship, it's kind of inconvenient, but I don't have that, so it's not really an issue.
Medicine isn't only about healing. It's about being your best.
Be your best. I could well have been an NPC, to be honest with you. I'm not actually sure I'd tell the difference. I never have been able to. It's strange, really, because it's like I see the ship, it's just like
To the A-Class
it's just a
vehicle
ship marker,
retrieval
you
system.
know. So there you go.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Thank you. Okay. And then we'll just reclaim a different Hornet.
Vehicle selected.
There we go.
Stand by.
And usually by the time we get to the ship, get the ship in the air, get over there, like if we then just have the same experience, you know, the other one will almost come back on insurance anyway, so it's I think we were carrying like a couple of packs of noodles though, which I mean I don't need them now because obviously the med restores your health as well. Health and food. Yep, like your ship blowing up randomly. I was leaving the hangar and my ship blew up randomly, like, yaha.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Alright. That collision alerts because there's
You're cleared to leave.
some gun from a ship that crashed in here. And it survived and the rest of the ship didn't.
Landing gear raised.
Ooh. Just tight fit that like. Where's Blue? There it is. Could take a wider angle on it, I guess.
Shields offline.
I think we put EM missiles on this as well.
Quantum drive is now on.
Could take the Polaris, but it's kind of overkill, you know. So let's come in here and go along instead. They don't look that close together, but that's because they're both on the other side of the
Quantum
planet.
drive is now on.
Probably only land like 50 or 60 kilometers away from it. Yeah, not too bad. looks like we're coming the right side. It looks like our target is close to Shepherd's Rest. There's a fair chance that if that was a player, they'll be by Shepherd's Rest. So if we're coming on the other side, we might get away with that. Could be an NPC that relates to the mission as well. I struggle with telling the difference. But I haven't played for a year, so... This kind of approach is probably better in like a stealth fighter, like a Firebird or something. Because my SIG would be very small and easy to miss. But this thing, they'll for sure see me coming if it's a play. Difference between them, like, so probably won't make any difference. Well, let's see. NPC. Where is that marker? Oh, that is a player, I think. You see, if we lock them up, then they'll be aware of us. That doesn't look like an NPC, Sig. So it probably isn't. Side of the mountain, I think they're the other side of the mountain to us. Could be wrong. I think that guy just crashed. There's a fair chance this target is on the other side of the mountain from us. Pretty sure.
Bogey. Lock. Lock.
Run, baby, run. That's us out missiles. So maybe just have at it at this point because he'll try and drop us anyway.
Shields hit.
Whoop. Yep.
Shields offline.
Oh, look at that. You see that? Oh, I thought we had like kind of burning on the thing there. There she blows. Could just roll a Polaris in there if we really wanted to do the mission, but it's probably easier to just server hopper because undocking the Polaris just kind of, it's like, it's just kind of like a boring thing to do, you know? Could take the Firebird in there. It had problems locking that as well. But, you know. I think there might have been two of them as well. I think it looked like one Sig. I wasn't sure if they were fighting each other. But, yeah, dealing with two targets probably not going to end well. Especially in the Super Hornet Mark 1. Like, I don't think I really modded that. I've, like, replaced the Quantum Drive, of course, but... shields... yeah, the guns are okay, but nothing... nothing exceptional, really. People still looking for that AA stuff? I had a look at the rewards for it and I was just like... don't really care about those rewards. good.
One of our convenient self-check-in terminals and start your treatment now.
I'm still looking to. Oh, hang on, I'm going the wrong way. I always do this. I come out of the hospital, and instead of just going left to the hangar, I go right, and I just end up taking longer to get there. Could try the Cutty. Like, it does have a lot of missiles. We could just like missile spam them. Whether it'll work or not. Oh. We could try it though. It does have a lot of missiles. Especially now we swapped them out for the small ones. It's got like 48
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
missiles. Let's see. Claim that.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
See, the time it took us to fly that one out there and get back here, like that one's already recovered, so it's kind of like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why people get angry about getting blown up, you know. I guess if you're carrying like cargo, it can be a bit irritating. The way they've changed the kind of game mechanics, like like when you did used to lose armor, if I knew I was just going to be in a ship, I would just wear like a jumpsuit and a helmet, you know. Can I be bothered doing that again? You know, I don't know if I can, to be honest. I wanted to check out the salvage
Vehicle
stuff.
selected. Stand by.
And we can always come back to this mission because it's
Your
always
vehicle
there.
has been delivered. Please visit us again.
You know. Nice helmet, look at that. It's a cool looking helmet. Gotta appreciate a nice helmet, you know. When I went to Levski, the main reason I went there was just to see if it had like any new and interesting like armors and guns, and it did. So I was kind of like, nice. I flew over there in my M50 as well, so it was kind of like if I crash this thing, like everything I've gone over there to buy, like will be gone. You're like, yeah, that again. So let's see. Contracts. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Salvage. Oh, thanks for the follow. See, this one, I don't know why, but every time I've salvaged it, even if I strip it and crush it, it doesn't seem to recognize I've done it. This one. Yeah, this one. Last time I did it, you basically want to go in there with like a combat ship, because there's basically people guarding it. And the last time I did this mission, you salvage a thing, which I don't know, was like maybe 18 SCUs, and the cargo had spawned inside a meteor, so again, like, I couldn't complete the mission. These 20k ones have well, so far, touch wood, been reliable. So let's just try that one and see if that theory holds true. The moth is kind of growing on me. This whole like 8 SCU box thing is kind of a bit like, yeah, why can't I print smaller boxes? Because I've attached 2 SCU things to the side of this, and it does it no problem. So I don't know why I couldn't just print out 1 or 2 SCUs, 4 SCUs, you know. But it is what it is. Maybe they'll change it later. I know a lot of people have been saying the ship has bugs. We can try the 50k thing again, but let's do this one first. Just see if it's consistent, like definitely working all the time. So I think at the moment, like if I was, I used to do salvaging in Stanton, and you know the missions are pretty linear, but they also work. So
Systems activated.
I don't care about the salvaging beam. Basically, want to just crank up the shields and put the rest into that, so we can go nice and fast.
You're clear.
Launch complete.
And this ship can carry quite a lot for the size of it. Get like quite a lot of cargo. I didn't realise, but the grid on the outside, you can stack that twice, so you can get like quite a lot of cargo out there. And the gear up.
Landing gear up.
Thank you. Already seen a few people going like, why did my ship explode while I was undocking? I suspect they're also in Stanton.
Shields off.
I've got to be honest with you, I'm like incredibly reluctant to go anywhere near Stanton during the free week, because of course the server load will be heavier there, because a lot of the people playing for free will probably be in Stanton. You'll get some playing with the friends who are in Pyro or Levski. But the vast majority will be like, what's this about? Or I can play for free, and they'll be in Stanton. Like if we went to Area 18, you know, you might struggle to undock again, you know. So yeah. Let's see if the 20k salvage is like consistent at least. We can take. I don't think we can take the 50k once we're in space. Let's have a look. No priority. We've got 1. Yeah, this one is also a bit kind of broken if you're using a Moth, because they want 1 unit of RMC. Actually, we do have, because it's free week, we do have the starter salvage ship, and in theory you'd be able to strip 1 SCU off that and complete that. I don't know if that then unlocks other salvage missions with these guys. I assume it does, but I don't know if it has this requirement of like giving them cargo each time or not, because they are paying you to do it.
Quantum travel complete.
Most salvage missions, you'll pay them for it, but you'll be net positive is basically how it works. Let's go.
Shields on.
It does have decent shields, the Moth, actually. It comes with the best non-military shields you can get. See, I'm wondering if that's spawned inside that big rock there, or if it's on the other side of it. Let's have a look. We could try and solo the Pyam supervisor card, but it'll be rough. Like, if there's anyone else there, it'll be. What was it? I know that was something on Skype. I slightly upgraded the weapons on this. There are better weapons you could fit to this, but they're in Stanton, so what the hell is this ship? Origin 100 I available to salvage. Well, is it though? Seeing anything on Skyline? think that's my previous death. Let's see. Well, I mean, looks like I might be looks like I might be eating my words on the 20k contracts being reliable there. Let's try. And of course, he spent 20k to get this, so it's if you kind of like low on funds and you do this, you're like a bit like, well, shit. So I'm not seeing any scans here. Let's give it one more sweep before we bin it, I guess. Oh yeah, we got a marker here. Let's see if we can get right on top of it. Maybe it'll turn up if we just keep going this direction for a bit. We do have our scanners already. So I guess when we get far enough away from the marker will turn up again. And unlike a lot of things, you can't just like exit a menu and it'll fix itself. Whenever you exit a menu, oh look, what's that? Is that a rock? Sure that. Yeah. No, that's a rock. Well, it's one way to spend 20 grand. I mean, I did crash a 400k worth of cargo yesterday, and then I had, I think it was 400k again, like 450. Like we docked fine, and then when when we stored the ship, it and went to you know, trade, it was like nothing to trade. You're like, what do you mean? And the ship had been destroyed. You're like, okay. All right, so. Looks like that contract is fucked. Go to remote out. No, that's the other one. That one. Yeah, return to asteroid cluster. Yeah. You know, we could like exit a menu here. I'm kind of curious what happens. I suspect we'll spawn in either in our harbor or in our hangar. Let's see. Let's see. Mystifying Einstein. some curious names for these server instances. Look, I don't know if they're maybe doing, you know, like a lot of server farms where they, you know, they just like regenerate, like, you know, like a Kubernetes thing, and they're just like dying and, you know, spawning new containers all the time, just being assigned like 2 random words, because I can't imagine someone sitting around like coming up with these things. They might be though. I mean, it is Star Citizen, so wouldn't rule it out. Game has come a long way since last year, but when I saw in a CCU game that they were like, oh, there's a free week coming up, I was like, shit. Yeah, so we spawn back here, and the moth will be an unknown status now.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, there you go, destroyed. Cool.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Okay.
Please visit the gate.
Let's do a little bit of hauling. $50K, we're not going to make very much. I mean, we'll basically just cover what we lost from taking that salvage contract, to be honest with you. But could try doing some like little dogfight missions with the NPCs. I feel like we were doing those wrong. Like sometimes the pilot just does totally blow up. I don't know if it's because someone's crashing into him or if it is bugged. But they're quite often on the edge of. It's nice looking out. Come back. I think I saw something like that in Wicklow. I did like the look of some of that stuff, but apparently, like, getting to a point where you can get like the good stuff, it's basically a rep-based thing. So you know, to give you an idea, like I've done quite a few contracts for Sins of Prosperity, and I'm still here. I'm guessing with Wicklow, you're gonna want to be like round here for the good stuff. And a lot of his missions are just like, get this, bring it over here. You know, you're like, yeah. We could take out the starter salvager, because in theory you'd be able to salvage like. Yeah, actually, why don't we do that first? And see if that works. And then we can do the hauling. Because this mission does pay 30k, which, you know, if we can actually get it to work. Because I think with the Vulture and this starter mining ship, salvaging ship, sorry, you should be able to do that mission okay, I think. The problem with the Moth is that because you only print 8 SC containers, you take a mission where, you know, a lot of the starter missions, you're gonna
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval
maybe
system.
salvage like say 7 SCUs if you strip it as well. I haven't actually flown this ship either, so why don't we deliver it and take it out?
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Because it'll have a scraper on it, I assume.
Your vehicle has please visit the gate.
And if we were to scrape, like, say... Yeah, the other strange thing with the Moth is that it produces a different type of construction materials to the Reclaimer. It produces construction pieces rather than salvaged. Rather than salvaged construction materials, and it seems to be about a 4 to
Tomorrow land systems.
yeah 4 to 1 ratio. Engines, please. I do like the sound of that engine, I gotta be honest. Let's see what we got here. Wow, that thing really is small. Yeah, okay. But if we can strip, then in theory we can strip one SCU off and drop it off with this. fuck do we get in here? Well, let's have a look at it. Oh wow. Alright. This is a bit like the Hawk. That's how you tend to get in the Hawk. Some of the alien ships do things like this as well.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries.
Let's see.
System check.
So, okay. We got there. We got 2 scrapers. Look at that, and it's actually got all the kind of shortcuts on the right. So that's quite like user-friendly. Like if you're not familiar with how to do that. Cycle tool? No, we don't. Don't have a. That won't engage at the moment. I don't think, because we don't have a target. That's quantum, right? Yeah, quantum. Oh. You might not have the ability to crush this thing, so it might be ideal for this mission we're about to do. Offline. What's that say? No power configuration possible. On, off only. Okay. Fair enough. I don't think shields are going to save us from anything, but we can crack them up anyway, I guess. That's a 2 block, so okay. So let's try doing this mission again. There. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Take off. Landing gear raised.
It's pretty small, so we could probably fit it through that gap, to be honest. There we go. Sounds like a hover bike. We're going over here. $70 GM. Oh, that's not good. Oh, at least it's next to a medium refueling, I guess.
Is now
Because we'll need to, I suppose, once we get there. Because the problem with doing this mission in the Moth is, I think we were quite thorough stripping this. I think we managed to get like 2 SCUs of RMC out of it. But then we couldn't print it because we didn't have 8 RMCs, 8 units of RMC, so it was kind of like, well... so I guess we probably want to stop here and refuel before we actually do the job. Let's have a look at this ship. What's it called again? Salvation. Yeah. Let's see. Salvation. DPS calculator is your friend for any type of ship in Star Citizen. There we go. Oh, somebody else has done something called DPS calculator. Okay, well in that case, to be clear on that, I'm talking about Urkel Games. That is the site for Star Citizen, in my opinion. This guy is very quick at updating everything. Every new patch is like, when the Moth came out, this is in there. Like by the time I was able to log in, you know. Salvation. Am I spelling that wrong? Oh, there it is. Okay. So you could upgrade the shields to 7 SAs. So you could roughly double the shields. You have to go to Stanton for that, so skipping that one. Power plant. Yeah, you could get 1 more point out of that. Coolers. Let's see. Ultra flow, 2 more points there. Comes with a Colossus, which isn't bad to be honest with you. I think with this ship though, you probably want more range, so you probably want to swap it to probably a Vulcan, because then we'd have 125 range. The thing we've got installed, what is that? Yeah, 83 GM according to this. It's giving us 100 on the screen though, so but in theory. I'd say the Vulcan over the Flood just because it goes faster. It's 179 versus 138 and they both have a max distance of 125. Excuse me. One more time. I was actually thinking of buying a Vulture just because I wasn't, because essentially, like I could do it with the Reclaimer, but it's kind of overkill for a ship of this size.
Is at 25%.
Strange thing with the Reclaimer and Polaris is like every other ship I've got, when I go back to Obituary, my home station, like it always just gives me my XL hanger back. But for some reason, whenever I undock the Reclaimer and the Polaris, it's like, you got to use the docking ports. I'm quite good at using the docking ports now, but it's still a bit of a chore to actually get in there, It's a nice game mechanic though. Feels realistic,
Auto drive is down.
So we're gonna go here first, because we do not have much fuel left. That way we can salvage it and take it wherever the hell we're meant to. You want to always go wide of these ships, these stations. A lot of them have these black counts that kind of like obscure them. I don't think I've docked here before. I'm not sure if we're upside down here. I think we might be though. Guess we'll see in a minute. Free fly for a month and a half. That would indeed be very strange. Because with Obituary, it's pretty easy to see which side is top and bottom. Because it has all these spires hanging off the bottom of it. All these rocks underneath this one I feel is the station's equivalent to that, I guess. Let's see. If you're having problems undocking, this is the way to do it.
Available space has been located.
Where are we going? Go over here. Okay.
Landing gear deployed.
The collision. It's only when you're getting like a lot of pings from the collision thing that you should maybe watch out. Alright, so let's just land there.
Arrival complete.
So
Welcome.
here's. Alright. Fuel up.
Quantum fuel is at 100%.
Thank you. Alright.
Take off.
So I guess we are going just up here. We probably won't need to use the quantum drives again. How wide is this? Yeah, not that wide. Okay. So it's about the size of like a small fighter.
Thank you for visiting. Safe travels.
Thanks for the fuel. When you have this kind of like sort of black fog, you want to just be pinging like this. If you ever salvage near Grim Hex, there is a lot of meteors out there. And it only takes like a slight and start over kind of thing, you know. So there you go. So that's what should happen, I guess? No, what is that? That looks like a turret. Let's maybe get a bit closer to this. Yeah, they're definitely turrets. There we go. So we're definitely going to want to strip this. Well, we need one SCU or RMC. Not actually sure how you print in this thing, but I guess we're going to find out real soon. I generally...
Docking request initiated. Docking unavailable. Landing gear raised.
Okay, good. UI for this is a bit different than I'm used to. Not actually sure where it's where is that on this tool? On this ship? It should be showing like somewhere like how much you salvage, you know? I guess we can just go by the meter on the right, like 91% and so on. Well, there you go. Focus tool, left alt and W for this ship. Okay, that's interesting. See, on the Reclaimer, you'd have a seat next to you that is just for managing the claw. On the Mole, it's only done from the pilot seat. And you have the scrapers in 3 pods around you. Quite a small ship, like they kind of packed a lot in here. 100% done. Sometimes it'll think you've completed salvaging it, but there'll still be a bit more on there, so it'll say like salvaging complete when there's still a bit more you can salvage. Some people go the extra mile on these things and like get out and salvage guns or whatever, but because people like duplicate ship weapons systems, so on, you can't really sell them for anything. So unless it's like, you know, like a military ship, there's probably not really much you need to do that. Lights on this thing. That's better, isn't it? I thought it was a bit dark. So you've only done like the top side of this, and it's already saying we've done like 42%. There was a time when RMC was like quite valuable, like 15, 16k a unit, but now it's like 7, so it's kind of like, we'll just, once it says it's salvaged, I'm like, cool, let's go, you know. And taking like 2 to 3 units of construction materials is like, well, because of the whole kind of refining process, probably won't, you know, it won't generate very much, like maybe 10k. And we are actually getting paid to salvage this, which is kind of, you know, unusual in salvage world in this game at least. You can't just go around in the salvage, just, you know, areas where ships are getting blown up and just like there was 2 Polarises who had failed to dock on a port, so I just went out with my reclaimer and just crushed them, and it was a quick like 240 SCUs, like 300k. Let's see, okay, we're good on this side. Yeah, you see sometimes it comes through on the other side. Reclaimer doing like smaller ships, your biggest problem is that you might bump into them and they'll fly off into the distance, spinning around. Kind of makes salvaging them like a slight pain in the ass. But in this ship, if you run into something, you're probably going to be waking up in a bed. This thing looks like it was made from leftover hovercraft parts. Yeah. Guessing we should have at least one SCU here, like. Probably already. But I don't know if I'm being blind, like I can't see where that is on this. I don't know if I'm just too zoomed in. Sometimes you get this like when you're sitting in a seat it'll zoom in a bit too much. See you miss some stuff on the side. You see there? On the right there, filler station. There you go, so we're on 2 SCU already. So we've got what we need to complete the mission. But, you know, may as well just finish it. Because as far as they're concerned, we haven't done that step of the mission until that gives us a tick anyway. And it's an extra 7k, so, you know, why not, right? You'll have some services you won't be able to salvage. Like that looks like you can salvage it, but you see the way, you know, the reaction from the beams will tell you if it's something you can salvage. As you can see the difference here. See now that we've adjusted our view, now we can actually see it on the screen again, strangely. So that's completed. We're not going to get this up to 3 SCU anyway, so move on. We could just crush it for the, you know, just for completeness. So you see at the top there it says FRA. The first step is fracturing it, and then you disintegrate afterwards. Generally, people who salvage just call it crushing a ship.